we can just think of in our head, what does conceived mean? And we could most likely determine that conceived can't mean understood in that context, absorbed, or accepted. It must be designed. So I'm going to just keep a note here at the end that we had one, and we chose A because that's what we thought was best. Okay, so I'll just number those. Okay. So, all right. Or 12. Actually, I don't want to confuse you guys. Because if I confuse you guys, then am I doing my job? No. So, let's see, 14, 15, and 16. All right. So for 13, the primary purpose of the question in line 26 to 28, what if 12 is 2? Okay, so I told you that this would be significant. And so if we go back to the lines 26 through 28, we can look at the question. What if all these flying clocks, radios were wiped out and everything on the ground started blinking 12? This sounds like, if you were reading the passage correctly, that it's very possible that they were introducing an issue that was about to happen. So, is that an answer choice? It's, yeah, introducing a problem. It can't be correct a misconception. There is no misconception about the what GPSs do. It can't be to reconsider a perspective. There's no perspective that needs to be reconsidered. And it can't be to undermine an idea when the only idea that we've talked about so far is the GPS. So just be aware of that. There can't be anything else except A, to introduce a problem, and we know that that problem would be that there is not any backup. There's no backup for if the GPS goes down, GPS systems. What of the following best characterizes? Oh, I'm sorry if you guys can see that word. Let me see if I can stretch it out a little bit. See if that helps or not. Maybe not. Okay. Lombardi attitude towards flying clock radios, line 26. Okay, line 26. What if these flying clocks radios were wiped out and everything on the ground started blinking 12? Okay, what if these flying? Okay, he's worried that they have no systems to replace that. We discussed this. They have no system to replace that, and so that's why they're scared, and that's why that was that question in this previous was introduce a problem. Okay, because that was the problem. So it can't be he's annoyed that no one knows exactly how they work. What? No, that doesn't even make sense. He's concerned about how they will interact with Elon systems. No, we haven't even really gotten to the specifics of what the system is. So how can we be concerned about how it acts? He is confident about their ability to handle a multitude of tasks. Who in reference? Who? GPS. GPS. He's confident. No, we're introducing a problem, so it has to be D. So we're gonna put that there. I'll make it capital. All right. 15. All right, so how do you know they're introducing problems? So whenever you're reading a passage, one thing you want to make sure, one thing I want you to know is that everything goes in chronological order. That's one. Two, you can always read this. You can handle these as one question. You can handle both of these as one question if you want. For now, we're just going to do it as two separate questions. And then the next one that you'll see, we'll handle it as one question. So you can see how that looks in both ways. All right. But so we know that the person is scared because they don't see any backup going on for this GPS system. So which choice provides the best evidence for the answer to the previous question? I always start with B. Okay. I don't know why exactly. And I'm not saying that this is the best thing that you can do, and I'm absolutely correct. But I always start with B and then C, and then I work up to A. It's very rarely going to be your last one, but I'm not making promises. This is the SAT, and anything can pop up. Also, I got this book. I got these questions from the Princeton Review Book, and the Princeton Review books, they are plagiarized books. They're not actual SAT tests. They're just like made up how the SAT would write it. So just be conscious of that. But I'm gonna start with B today. I'm gonna start looking at line 30. We're gonna load to line 30. And we're gonna say nobody knows exactly what would happen. Okay, so does that show that he's worried they have no replacement system in case of emergency? Maybe not. But let's go to C. Let's see line 30 to 33. Nobody knows exactly what would happen since so many of these technologies were designed specifically with GPS in mind. The unsettling truth, he said, is there's no backup. So this shows that he is worried about the fact that there's no backup. It clearly states it that there's no backup. That's what the line says. And so, of course, 15 must be C. It cannot be any other thing, can't be anything else. It must be C. The answer is C. So in the next video, I don't know why that keeps happening, I'm sorry. In the next video, we're going to talk about the second half of this SAT reading passage for you guys.